China has set out its plans to send astronauts to the moon by 2030.
Because of this kind of discovery, the moon becomes again a hot point for the space exploration.
China is preparing for an exciting space mission with its upcoming Long March 10 rocket, marking a significant step in their lunar exploration program. This advanced rocket promises to push China back to the moon, demonstrating their commitment to exploring the lunar surface and advancing their space capabilities. The future looks extremely bright for the Chinese space program. Today's episode will cover how China's upcoming Long March 10 rocket
China will start the mission with two carrier rockets known as Long March 10, one carrying the lunar lander and the other one transporting spacecraft with astronauts.
will put China back on the lunar surface. China's ambitious endeavors in space exploration are reaching new heights with the development of the Long March 10, a forthcoming rocket designed specifically for manned space missions. Set to make its inaugural launch around 2027, this cutting-edge launch vehicle is currently under development at the China Academy of Launch Vehicle Technology, CALT, a leading contributor to China's rocketry capabilities and a subsidiary of the China Aerospace Science and Technology Corp. Zhang Ji, a seasoned rocket designer at CALT, shared insights into the Long March 10 project and its pivotal role in China's space exploration efforts. According to Zhang, the development of the Long March 10 is progressing according to the established timeline. This groundbreaking rocket is slated to play a crucial role in launching China's next-generation crewed spacecraft and lunar landing module, reinforcing the country's position in the forefront of space exploration. One of the primary objectives in designing the Long March 10 is to meet the high standards of reliability and operational safety essential for the demands of future lunar missions. These missions are a part of China's long-term vision for space exploration, with an emphasis on manned lunar expeditions. In terms of specifications, Zhang Ji unveiled some impressive details about the Long March 10. The rocket is expected to reach a towering height of 92 meters, making it equivalent to a colossal 32-story building. Its liftoff weight is projected to be a staggering 2,187 metric tons, and it boasts a thrust capability of 2,678 tons. The Long March 10 is designed to be versatile, with the capability to carry a payload of at least 27 tons to an Earth-Moon transfer trajectory. Zhang also highlighted the rocket's versatility, mentioning a variant designed to operate without side boosters. This variant is aimed at ferrying astronauts or cargo to China's Tiangong space station, which is situated in low Earth orbit. The version without side boosters is expected to have a substantial carrying capacity of up to 14 tons, emphasizing China's commitment to both lunar exploration and its space station program. The announcement about the Long March 10 and its ambitious objectives came during a significant event in Beijing, hosted by the National Work Committee of the Chinese Young Pioneers. This event provided a platform for key figures from China's manned spaceflight initiatives, including Yang Liwei, the first Chinese astronaut, to engage with students and share their invaluable experiences in the realm of space exploration. It's evident that China is not only focused on advancing space technology, but also on inspiring and educating the next generation of space enthusiasts. When it comes to lunar operations, China's strategy involves two Long March 10 launches from the Wenching Space Launch Center. These launches will carry both a landing module and a spacecraft with astronauts to lunar orbit. Once these components reach their predetermined orbital stations, they will rendezvous and dock, facilitating a seamless transition for the astronauts. Subsequently, a pair of astronauts will transfer to the landing module, undock, and initiate a descent toward the moon's surface, facilitated by engine-assisted soft landing mechanisms. The lunar phase of the mission is marked by the astronauts deploying a rover for scientific investigations and sample collection. This represents a significant leap in lunar exploration capabilities, as astronauts conducting hands-on research on the lunar surface will provide a wealth of new data and insights. After completing their tasks, the astronauts will re-enter the landing module, which will transport them back to the waiting spacecraft in lunar orbit. Finally, the collected lunar samples will be loaded into the spacecraft, which will undock and commence its journey back to Earth. China has already made impressive strides in lunar exploration. To date, the nation has executed 5 robotic missions to the moon, with achievements including deploying 2 rovers on the lunar surface and successfully retrieving samples during the Chang'e 5 mission. With the Long March 10 project, China is poised to take a monumental step forward by adding manned lunar expeditions to its growing portfolio of space exploration achievements. This represents a significant milestone not only for China, but for the global space exploration community, as it opens up new possibilities for lunar research and paves the way for future international collaboration in exploring the moon and beyond. The Long March 10 will undoubtedly put China back on the lunar surface once again. Let's talk a bit about some recent updates on an upcoming mission part of China's lunar exploration program. The Chang'e missions have achieved immensely in the past, and the future looks just as better for China's space program. China's forthcoming Chang'e 8 lunar mission represents an unparalleled opportunity for other nations to engage in lunar exploration. Scheduled for launch in 2028, this mission will provide a remarkable payload capacity of 200 kilograms, or approximately 440 pounds, for interested countries. Wang Qiang, the deputy chief designer of the mission, made this announcement during a presentation at the International Astronautical Congress in Baku, Azerbaijan. The payload capacity opens the door for various contributions from international collaborators. These contributions might take the form of instruments affixed to the lander or advanced components like robots, rovers, and autonomous flight vehicles that can continue their operations independently after landing on the lunar surface. Wang emphasized the mission's willingness to welcome international participation and collaboration in lunar exploration, ushering in an era of unprecedented cooperation in space exploration. To participate in this groundbreaking lunar mission, nations must submit letters of intent to the China National Space Administration, CNSA, by the end of this year. To prioritize innovative projects, the CNSA will assess and consider contributions such as robots capable of retrieving objects from the moon's surface, including lunar soil, and scientific instruments that complement the equipment provided by the Chinese team. This approach ensures that the lunar mission remains at the forefront of technological advancement and scientific discovery. Furthermore, the CNSA actively encourages mission-level cooperation, envisioning scenarios where China and its international partners launch and operate their probes independently while engaging in spacecraft-to-spacecraft interaction in orbit or jointly exploring the lunar surface. This cooperative spirit reflects a global commitment to expanding the frontiers of space exploration and knowledge. The commitment to providing up to 200 kilograms of payload mass to international partners marks a historic development in the realm of lunar exploration. In contrast, previous missions, like Chang'e 6, carried considerably less equipment from other countries, with France, Sweden, Italy, and Pakistan contributing less than 20 kilograms of equipment to the mission. The increased payload capacity of Chang'e 8 not only offers more opportunities for international contributions, but also sets a new standard for collaborative efforts in space exploration. With much about China's upcoming Long March 10 rocket will put China back on the lunar surface covered, it is time to wrap this one up.